Hello YouTube. I just want to upload this video for one of the person or someone commented about like how to describe or put in word order and all that blah 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 blah. But anyway, I also want to let you know that this is probably my last video for a bit. I'm gonna be traveling soon, so yeah. Anyway, this video is for one of the commenters that wanted to know about word order, right? With that verb, subject, object alignment that we have in Cebuano. Before I begin, I need to fill in some background, right? Cebuano, again, as you probably see in my other videos, that it's a verb initial language, meaning the verb is always going to be first, right? Verb, subject, object. The verb or whatever our verb is going to be initial, followed by a subject and object. That's just how the natural flow of this language is. It's kind of like English. English is a subject, verb, object language. So that's the natural flow of English. We don't say things like cat see I or cat I see or something like that, right? We say I see the cat. It's not the cat see I or the cat see my or the cat see me or see me the cat. It's weird. So just keep that in mind, okay? That's just the nature of this language. And if you don't understand that, then you're fucked. Oh fuck. Anyway, yeah, I keep getting these messages on my phone, so if it vibrates, I'm recording all of this on my really terrible phone camera, so bear with me. And it's really late at night. I'm trying to sleep. I'm tired and sleepy, but fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with this side because later on it's gonna get a whole clusterfuck. But yeah, if you want to make a simple word order or just a simple sentence that has a subject and a verb, right? You're just gonna have whatever adjective, verb, noun, whatever you want, right? Plus whatever subject we're talking about or that thing that we're talking about, our focus, and then it's most likely going to be in the absolutive case, okay? So here's an example, right? Here is an example of a verb. Gutom ako, I am hungry. If you translate this is in English, it's I am hungry. That's one of the things too, is that when you're translating something, do not translate things word for word. Languages and learning other languages don't work that way because every language is different. I have an itch, that's why I'm shaking. Every language is different, right? So it's kind of like in Spanish, if I say I'm hungry, tengo hambre, right? I have hunger. It doesn't translate directly to I am hungry. It says I have hunger, tengo hambre. In Cebuano, it's the same way. Hungry, I. And then that's literally what it means, hungry I. And if you say that to a Cebuano speaker or a listener, they'll understand it as, oh, I am hungry. So it's going to be a verb, right? And then here's an example. The next one is an example of an adjective, right? Pula. Pula ikaw, you are red. Pula ikaw, you are red. The next one is an example of, god damn it. The next one is an example of a noun. Bato siya. He, she, or it is a rock. Okay? He is a rock. She is a rock. Bato siya. And I was talking about earlier how the subject is most likely going to be in the absolutive form because that is the focus of the conversation or whatever topic we're talking about or whatever you want to talk about, right? So most likely it's going to be in the absolutive form or absolutive case. That means it needs to have some sort of absolutive marker. And if we're not talking about pronouns, right, we're talking about something else, we need to have this absolutive marker. So chismosa ang pato, right? The duck is a gossipy. The duck gossips. Or chismosa is like someone who gossips a lot. You know, that's a word we describe them. It's an adjective. So in this sentence, chismosa ang pato, right? The duck gossips is gossipy. The duck is gossipy. How do we know that we're talking about the duck and not the duck being gossipy? We're talking about the duck because of this, again, this absolutive marker, ang pato. Okay, when I hear that, ang pato, I take it that you're talking about the duck. That's your focus, your absolute focus. And whatever verb or adjective or noun that you said is what is being related to that duck that you're talking about, because you're talking about the duck, right? And you only put this focus marker, the ang, this absolutive marker, if you're talking about a main subject, and a main subject or whatever, right? But if you're referring to pronouns like he, she, it, and other people like that, you don't need to put this marker because there's already a case for pronouns, and that's the absolutive case. So you have to use the absolutive case. And the absolutive case already tells you, or tells the listener, tells the listener that, okay, you're talking about this person in that case, and that person is the main focus of whatever, right? He, she, it, you, me, that, those pronouns. So there's a separate case for that, and if it's not in a case, if it's a different thing you're talking about, you have to have ang. So if this noun is what we want to talk about, we have to put ang. So hopefully that clears up some stuff. But yeah, if you want to make a simple word order or word or sentence, whatever, I can't even think tonight. If you want to make a simple sentence, you just have to have whatever adjective, verb, noun plus whatever you are. So if you're lost if you're a foreigner and you're lost somewhere in the middle of the city of Leyte or whatever like that, right? And where they speak Cebuano, and you're like, oh, I need to go pee. So you're like, you don't know how to describe much yet. You can just say ihi ako, right? And people will be like, oh, you need to pee. You want to pee, or I am pee. Literally, it means I pee, or pi, something like that, right? Or if you want to order or eat something like that and you're hungry, gutom ako, uhaw ako, I'm thirsty, right? All right, enough of this. Oh shit. This side, the verb subject object issue changes when you have ergativity involved, right? And ergativity, for those of you who forgot, is like sometimes the subject of a sentence can act as an object or something like that. I forgot. Shit, yeah. So sometimes subjects of a sentence can act as an object, and that's when transitive verbs are in place, all right? So ergativity and transitive verbs go hand in hand. For those of you who forgot, transitive verbs are verbs that take objects, right? So for this case, it's kuha is what we're going to be looking at. Kuha means to take, because why? We can take objects, right? Yeah. We can throw objects, right? Yeah, so throw is another one of those transitive verbs. So you just have to discriminate which verb is transitive and which one isn't. I mean, run is not a transitive verb. It's an intransitive verb. So ergativity wouldn't be involved with the verb to run. But to give is a transitive verb because we can give objects, right? So ergativity will be playing a part of that verb. But in this case, we'll use kuha as an example. And the first sentence is written in the ergative form, right? And you'll see why. Duha ka pala ang kuha niya. Duha ka pala ang kuha niya. Okay, so this sentence means he took 2 shovels, right? Duha ka pala ang kuha niya. He took 2 shovels. So duha ka pala means 2 shovels, right? Ang kuha, look at this, ang. So we're looking at absolutive focus here, kuha. Ang kuha is what we're talking about, the taking. Who did the taking? Who did the taking? Nia did the taking, right? So Nia was in that ergative form because we wanted to know, okay, a taking or some taking was happening. This was our main focus, the taking, right? Okay, who took the taking? Nia. Nia is the one who took the taking. What was he taking? What was the object? Duha ka pala, right? So Nia is written in the ergative form. And if you forgot, if you forgot the ergative forms of the pronouns, you can just go back to the other videos I made a while back, whatever, right? So there's already a form for that in the ergative case. So this is written in the ergative case, while ang kuha, the taking, is written in the absolutive, or is in absolutive focus. All right. What's this one? This one is gikuhat siya og duha ka pala. Gikuhat siya og duha ka pala. So now this one it means the same thing too, right? Gikuhat siya og duha ka pala. He took 2 shovels. Compared to this one, this was like 2 shovels was the taking done by him. it's kind of weird how it was translated, but it's like two shovels was a taking that was done by him. Whereas here is he was the one who took two shovels. Gikuhat siya og duha ka pala. Now look, there's this og marker here, and that og is indicating that object, or that objective, the objective form. So og duha ka pala is going to be the objects, right? That we're not focusing, but it's like a focus of the object. Those are the two things that he, siya, was taking. Look at this. Siya is now written in the absolutive case compared to before where niya was written in the the ergative case. Now we have siya written in the absolutive case. And siya, if the listener knows, siya is written after absolutive, so we know we're talking about this guy now. He is the main focus. Whereas what was he doing? Okay, he was just taking what? The objects, right? Again, og duha ka pala, the two objects. And the last one, I just switched siya and gikuha around. But if you switch the word order, because again, ergativity does that, it fucks up the sentence by having pre and posts, right? But you can also do it with subject and verb. Although it's not going to have a good conversational flow, it's still understandable. So, siya ang gikuha og duha ka pala. So the og duha ka pala still saying the same. You know, it's the two shovels. But our subject and verb switch places. We're still looking at this to the absolutive form. Siya, that still is in the absolutive case. Ang gikuha is now also in the absolutive, because we're focusing on what was he doing. He was doing the taking. Okay, so that's our main absolutive focus. We didn't really care much about what object he was. That's why we just mark it with the object. But we know it's an object because it's marked with an og. But we know that he was the one that was doing the taking of the two shovels. So hopefully this kind of demystifies some things. I know I probably confused some of y'all, probably confused the hell out of more people, but I'm tired. All right, good night.